y'all, and welcome back to the Asha Everything channel. You guys know it's Vlogmas. It's gonna be going up. It's been going up. So I told you guys in the last video that I had a surprise. I kind of hinted a little bit, but now y'all see what's going on. So y'all know I got my A1 day one, my sister, my best friend, my nail tech, all of them, just everything. I have her here because we are gonna be having a girl talk. And we're gonna be diving into something that we just need to talk about this, y'all.
Especially deep sea diving.
Yes, especially if you're an entrepreneur or you're thinking about being an entrepreneur, or you just want to hear just what's going on. Some of y'all don't know. I mean, I didn't know either until, you know, I started having her as a friend and other of my friends that be going through stuff. So we're gonna have a little girl talk.
Okay.
And y'all read the title, so y'all already know what this is about to be about, so let's just jump right on in.
Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Iman. Y'all know Iman, and I'm gonna go ahead and insert clips right here. Iman is a Atlanta nail tech. She has been doing nails for how long? How many years?
It's like going on like 6 years.
Ooh,
I'm sorry, y'all.
She's trying to knock us out of here. She has been doing nails for 6 years. And as y'all can see, I always show y'all my nails when she does my nails. These were my Thanksgiving nails. Christmas and New Year's nails on the way, so stay tuned. But y'all know I always support and shop my friends, all my friends out on my channel. So I want her to talk to y'all about just her journey, like, and you know, she's gonna dive a lot more deeper into nails and her being in the nail industry. But I want her to talk about too, just entrepreneurship and just some of the hardships that she has, you know, told me about, and I just would have never known because, again, y'all know what I do. I work in corporate, and that's a whole nother thing too. But it's like I just would have never guessed. So I'm gonna let her take the floor so that you guys can hear what she has to say.
Well, I was living in Miami, and I was once again going to college for like the 4th time after continuously going and not going. I was going to FIU. I got accepted in a business program, and I took this hard class, and I struggled a whole summer with the class, and I was like, yeah, this ain't it. This school is not for me. So then while that summertime, I wasn't really working, but I was just going to school or whatever, and then I came across like making nail polish from scratch. It was just something like, I don't know, I just randomly picked up, and I bought all this stuff, spent like hundreds of dollars, like buying pigments and stuff, machines, and like literally made polishes from scratch. Then I had a homegirl, Ching, and she was like, why don't you go to school to do nails? And I said, girl, what do I look like doing nails? Like, girl, I do not have time. But a thing I've always wanted to do, like, I'm into colors. So I was like, I would love to like make like my own nail polish, like, or gel polish. That's something like I always been into even before nails. And at that time I was living with a boyfriend that wanted to buy me stuff and ain't want to pay for me to go to school. He did not want to pay for both. My birthday came around, I was like, he got me this purse that finally got that Louis Vuitton Never Full.
That Never Full.
Oh, God. Yeah.
That starter bag.
I was a fool. I was a fool. And I was like, hey, you know, I thought you was going to give me the money to be trying to go to the school, nail school. He was like, no, it's just wet. He was Jamaican. He was like, no, just wet. I said, yeah, y'all, I literally went and got a fucking job at like a front counter of like a diner and was doing to-go orders. I was making barely $8 an hour, like literally minimum wage. And I waited till I got my $300 down payment, and I literally went and put it down to go to school.
Wow. So you saying you did that. So when you first started doing this, you started off at a shop?
Was when I first started? Yeah, I was at a black shop. It was at Nail Bully. So I started applying to working at shops when I was in school, and I got there for a while. And I was like, you know, I just wanted to be at a shop. And so yeah, I was at that shop for like literally almost a year. Then all of a sudden I came across this one salon, what is it? Tia Moore. They out there, they in Pembroke Pines, and it was an Asian owned shop, and like it was getting really popular, this, that, and the third. And I just walked in there one day, and then I put a she had me come in or whatever and did like a demonstration or whatever, and she was like, okay. And I was at Tina's shop for like almost 2 years, and I learned so much at her shop and stuff like that. And I was able, like, I think I was at her shop for like 2 months, and I was able to like financially just work at full time doing nails finally.
Wow. So, and you would say from the time you started up to that took you how long to, like, say you were a full-time nail tech, you didn't have to do anything?
So I would say like a year and a half.
I'm like, okay, so that took her
And
a
that's,
year and a half.
because I ended up being at a salon with a lot of traffic. When I was at the other shop, Nail Bully, it wasn't like enough traffic for me to like live off of and stuff like that. But when I ended up at Tina's shop, it was like so much foot traffic in there. People coming in, they were really popular on Instagram. They were like one of the most popular nail salons in Miami. I lucked up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it take people like a harder time to like get places and like even get accepted to be at shops and stuff like that. Like I feel like I looked up and I came around close to the holidays, so they needed somebody in. And was short, and I ended up like catching on and like getting really good.
How you said you looked up, so from there you just kept growing your craft, you kept getting better just over time.
I mean, yeah, like when you at those type of shops, to be honest, like I'm never a black nail tech to ever talk bad about Asians, because Asians have taught me a lot. You know, people might say one thing like, oh, this and that. Like, I'm not like that at all. Like, they're the first ones to actually put money in my pocket, and it just goes through our our system of how us as black people, we naturally feel comfortable with Asian doing our nails and stuff like that. And I worked at a black nail shop, and they were popular too, but they weren't popular enough for me to sustain there, because it wasn't so much walk-in traffic. And you know, naturally somebody's gonna be like, oh, I don't know how I feel about her doing my nails and stuff like that, you know. And even though they was like that at the Asian salon, but they were more lenient because, you know, like, dang, she there, she could do something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Tina threw my ass out there. Tina, went prom, so I want to say, so I got there at the, like, close to Christmas, the end of the year or whatever. And I was there. She threw me out there. I want to say it was prom, but I feel like it was before then. I probably got them nails still in my archives. She literally threw me out there, was like, yeah, you have a full set. And I was looking crazy. My job, I've been doing feet manicures for like 4 or 5 months in that salon, so I'm still getting comfortable. I'm like, well, I'm making money off doing these feet and manicures. Like, she was like, yeah, she have prom, you have to do her nail. And God, I'm gonna try to find this picture, y'all. But this was my first full set at the shop. Like, it was all on me, like them tips and everything. So they would have to let me do refills and stuff, but this time it was all on me. Yeah, so that was the first like full set there. So it was on me, and I was like, okay. And the girl, she ain't come back the next day. If they don't come back in them first 2 days, you clear the sale. Tina be like, no, you broke your nail. Like, she be, we got 2 days to come back to that shop, but she ain't come back.
So your first full set. And so pretty much after that just set the tone. You was doing everybody nails, and you just...
No, them hoes are acting funny.
What?
Miami, they nasty, girl. They nasty. JT and Carisha, how they act like that down there. Real, honey. They'll toot their hand up. They be like, Tina, I ain't doing her like. They'll be like, I don't want her to do my nails. Like, they'll do scenes in the shop. Like, so I've been through it. Like, when a girl might be in the shop nowadays, she might feel some type of way or whatever. Like, no, they used to be like, Tina, I'm not going to number 7 and she can't do my nails. Like, it will be a show. Like, literally, like, I've been put here before. So it's like, that's why I never feel like I get real cocky on my stuff or whatever. But I've been here. Like, they would be like, I mean, she could do my feet, but...
So at what point was there a changing point, or a turning point rather, when you felt like, okay,
when they start coming back, when I started popping I never really got confident probably like that till I got to Atlanta. I wasn't like that in Miami.
You've been in Atlanta for 3 years. Let's switch gears. How has your experience been being a nail tech, a black nail tech, working in Atlanta? Like, what was that transition like?
I love COVID. COVID changed my life. I was so happy when they shut them salons down. It was my time to shine. literally, when they shut all those salons down during COVID, it was my time to shine. Them girls was hashtagging. They was begging to go to a black nail tech. They was begging to go to somebody today and tomorrow to get their nails done.
So even before the pandemic, you didn't feel like it was easier?
Slow. It was slowly like I felt like when I came to Atlanta, I definitely thought like, yeah, I was gonna have to work in the club part-time and do nails. Like I definitely had that in my mindset, like, oh, I don't want to go back to the strip club. Like Jocelyn told Stevie J, like, I didn't want to go back to them days. But I definitely knew, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be up in the club, working at night and trying to do nails during the day. I definitely had that mindset. Like I was okay. Like I was able to pay my bills, and I guess I had money to like hang out and stuff. So like I was all right. So when that February came around, they was beating down these doors. Like I had to literally close my appointment book, and I had to stop taking people because I started getting nervous about COVID as well. Like, you know, people coming, but after a while the money was so good. Like when I figured out I made like $1,000 in 2 days, I was like, whew, yeah, it was getting crazy. But Atlanta definitely changed my life. And during COVID, you know, that's when I started doing Marlo's nails. I started doing the Brittany's nails during COVID.
And just let's be clear, because she know them in real life, so she's not making it. She's talking about Marlo Hampton from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all know Marlo. And she's talking about the Brittany, most notably known as one of Future's baby mothers. But so let's just make sure they know. Let's talk about some more people she's done.
So I started doing their nails during COVID, and then that went on for a while, and then that's when I started doing Queen's nails.
Queen Aja.
I started doing Queen's nails and whatever during, I think it was like summertime. For the longest, I was only doing Queen feet. I was literally only doing Queen feet, and she was going to somebody else for her nails. And then I guess something happened, and she asked me one day, she's like, do you think you could do my nails? And when she get long nails, it be me. So I do be doing Queen nails and feet when I do my house calls and stuff like that. Cause I got my few people I work with, like I do work around their schedule and stuff like that. Cause you know, they life or whatever. So I do.
And she's being very modest. She's worked with Danny Lay. She's worked with Ari. We just gone, but she's worked with a few people here in the city. So I mean, I definitely think she has something to be proud of for sure.
Yeah. So that's that. And so yeah, so it's been doing pretty good. But child, now Instagram got a bitch struggling.
What are some of the hardships that you have faced? And again, this is for entrepreneurs as well as if you're looking to be a nail tech and provide any service in the beauty industry. I definitely think this is for you.
So the thing about me, nobody in my family is an entrepreneur. Like I'm the first entrepreneur in my family. And mind you, when I said I was going to school being nails, like nobody supported me like at all. Like people can believe like you dropping out of college to do nails. Like me doing nails has opened so many people's eyes like around that I'm around. So I've been figuring things out on my own. And you know, like I have other friends that are entrepreneurs, but things that work for them don't work for me. And you know, some of them have stuff like boutiques and stuff where they might sell hair, and I like provide a service. So it's just all different genres of how things work or whatever. And so as of right now, like I used to not even have to post like my nails. Like I would not have to post for weeks at a time or whatever. Or like for the longest my hashtags, for the longest I was top on the Atlanta Nail Tech hashtag page. So that's how I was getting a lot of people. So I feel like after a while I've been shadow banned at least over a year and a half. Like yeah, I've been struggling like on hashtags and my algorithm for at least a year and a half. But it hasn't affected me within probably the last few months. And
it has started to affect you within the last few months.
Yeah, it was not to where like, I would feel some type of way about my likes and my saves and how things weren't spreading as it should. But it was just whatever about it because I was still making my gross and my income. Yes, things that I've taken into consideration that is also my fault too is in my business. Like, not that I don't take my business serious, but I got comfortable and with like just my popularity and how things went for me and just how the demand went. And I didn't really keep my business something intact. More so like I haven't had an online booking for like almost 2 years. So I only have so much contact I would keep with my clients, along with like letting them know I'm out of town. Like I did everything via Instagram, and it's like, okay, but for you want to say call yourself a super professional, like it's low-key tacky. Like I think you definitely need to keep up with the email list and contacts and stuff like that with all your clients. Yeah, like it's a struggle right now. So I think I'm going in the process of changing my site from Acuity, because Acuity based off of me and my Instagram and stuff like that. But I want to go into where Acuity doesn't outsource new clients compared to Style Seat. So I want to go to Style Seat, and so it's able to give people reviews and able to have, you know, different opinions and stuff they have with my service and stuff like that. So I'm able to outsource new clients and stuff like that. I haven't been super active on social media like how I did. Like a lot of people feel like they know me and stuff like that. And so I haven't been like that either. I guess because I've been in a mood, or I've been in a relationship, or whatever it is, where I just kind of got comfortable. Like it was just working out for me. I kind of felt like I didn't have to work to make money.
Right.
And so now I'm at my thing where I'm like repositioning how I'm gonna do things with my business, and how I'm just gonna just do things better.
So what is some advice that you would give somebody who kind of is where you are right now, right? Like currently, because I don't want to say other people are going through this, but I see it a lot. A lot of people who their platforms essentially have been based off of Instagram and like the type of reviews and the traffic they receive. So I feel like you're not in this alone. Like, what's some advice you would give somebody who is currently going through something like that, and somebody who, again, they're just watching this for the first time and they're thinking about going into this industry? Like, what's something you would tell them?
You have to, okay, you can, this is another thing too. I feel like people go off of what other people do so much. And you can in a sense, but you always have to make something you. Like, you have to make whatever you do, you. Like, I think people get confused, like, oh, I want to do my stuff just like her. I want to do my stuff just like her. But you have, everything you do, it has to be originality. You have to be what people know you for. Because it's like, as soon as you switch up and do something different, people be like, I don't like that. That's not what she do. Like, people notice that, and your fans or your followers, community, what else y'all call them? Subscribers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They notice. Yeah. They notice when you switch it up. Like, they notice when you're not being you. Like, and it's like you have to be original. Like, you really do. Like, you have to be yourself. And I just feel like that's how a lot of businesses are striving these days, because people want to feel like they can relate. They want to relate to the person that's selling the product.
Yep.
1 million people are selling the same thing, like the same thing, but people want to feel like they relate to you. Yes. And I feel like that's why a lot of people, that's how I survive and strive a lot in what I'm doing, because I would be on social media and I would be on ranting and saying funny jokes and this and that, like, and people feel like they will relate to me, and like they will come in my chair, they feel like they know me already, you know? And so, yeah, that's just, it's hard. And it's when working, being an entrepreneur and me be providing a service, it's like I have to have a hat on all the time. And sometimes I don't always want to have that hat on. I'm at a point where I was like, not that I don't want to do nails anymore, when I want to back away from the chair and go to something else that will put me in a different position. Like, I love working on set. So I love doing stuff like that. I like projects. I like doing stuff for like different businesses. That's what I really want to do, is for like campaigns. I love doing stuff like that. So I want to do like real projects. That's where I want to get myself into. And I feel like in the beginning of the year, I'm gonna start off a calendar of how I do my stuff every month. And I feel like a lot of stuff has been in my it's been in my possession, but I haven't been consistent. And consistency is the key with everything. And I struggle with that a lot, because I let my emotions of how I feel surpass what I'm doing. And it's the Virgo in me, because I downplay everything I do so much. I criticize myself to the utmost. So I just feel like, oh, it's not good enough to post and stuff like that. So I feel like that's a lot of things that I struggle with. But like, major companies have reached out to me and stuff like that. So I want to be able to work with them in the future.
Thank you, Iman, for sharing that. And I guess this is like the last piece, and then we're going to close this out. this is just something she shared with me, and she probably just forgot to like include this as well. But when it comes to you guys going out, treat nail techs the same way that you treat hair providers, hair services, lash services. Because I'm gonna be honest, as me being her friend, I also had to check myself too, because it's like we put these other services on this pedestal, and it's like we paying whatever for it, but then when it comes to our nails, we kind of feel like we need to be paying $40, and that's just something else that, especially with our black nail techs, it's like you said, we all know this, the nail industry is Asian dominated. We all know this. And it makes sense because Iman, I feel like you told me this story.
I think something happened from what I looked up. Like, basically, it was something that happened when I guess.
I think it's probably after we bombed.
Yeah. So they had all those Asians. They needed somewhere to go, and this one lady basically taught all these Asians, like 100 Asian ladies, how to do nails, and she had put them in these shops, and it started like that. And I feel like after a while, I want to say the government had gave them some type of money or something like that for them to start opening shops.
Yeah, they gave them money. I think this is after the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
They essentially, United States said, hey, you guys can come here. It's a safe haven. And they gave them resources to start businesses. And that's why you see so many Asians have dominated, like, even hair beauty supply stores, things like that. Like, we, the United States, put them in place. And nothing is wrong with that. But it's like always good to know the history of why things are the way they are. So then when it comes to black nail techs, we need to have that same energy. It's like, we as black people already know we have not even received our reparations for the things that we have went through as black people. And it's like when we tear each other down and don't want to pay, don't want to put up money for things that are done by black women, more importantly, it's like we just killing our own self. We're not ever going to be able to have nothing because we're putting all these other ethnicities that do the same exact thing, we're putting them on a pedestal, and we don't want to go to our black sisters because we feel like she's charging too much, she got an attitude, just all of those stigmas that come behind black women. So it's just like,
and we do wrong thing, y'all be straight on this.
Yeah.
One thing you don't like, it'd be over with.
Yeah.
I mean, I go through a lot. I've accepted it, but I've come to the point to where I'm gonna say something about it. Like I'll post stuff or whatever, and people will probably be like, "Oh, who's she talking about?" Like, or whatever. But I'm just gonna say it like it is what it is. You know, it even happens with us. We do campaigns and stuff like that. You know, we don't get a larger amount in cut in campaign because nails aren't looked at this, that, and a third, and it's always a discount here and a discount there. It's just like, I have to eat. I have to live. Like, when I'm supposed to do nails and work at McDonald's, like, you want me to do both? Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. And it's just like, it just be a lot. Like, I want to live the same lifestyle the lashes and the hairstylists do. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's just like we just don't get the same respect.
They don't get the same respect.
No.
Yeah, so I just wanted to touch on that. Just be mindful the next time you guys, we just need to patronize black people, black owned businesses, black services. I mean, goods. It's just across the board. We'll never get to where we need to get to if we always just don't support each other. So, Iman, thank you so much for coming on and talking about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Don't be tearing me up in them comments.
No, first of all, let's hope not. But y'all do leave a comment. And if you guys live in Atlanta, please, I urge you guys see my nails on this channel all the time. Please support Iman. Y'all see her name in the description box as well as on the screen, so it won't be any discrepancies with finding who she is. But please, you guys, if you don't do nothing else, please support. She's bombing what she do, so y'all already know. I'm not just sending y'all to anybody, but support her, and we will see you guys in the next video.